Whatever. But let's keep moving. That's good. All right. So there are. Let's move on. Thank you for that input. It really helps me. It helps me a lot. Okay. So there are four. Thank you, Rebecca. What is it? Thank you, Marcy. I love you. All right. So there are four suits in the tarot, right? The tarot, the suits are just like the regular deck of cards. There are rods, there are pentacles, there are swords, and there are cups, right? And each of these represents something very specific in life. When you're doing a reading, when you pick one of the cards, like we did last week, the Pentacles is all about finances and money and career, right? Um, I know, Steph. So, so here's the deal. As you learn what each one is, I mean, I've been doing tarot since I was 11 years old, so I guess I'm an expert. So when I'm doing a reading, I don't read for myself, just so you know, and I actually don't. I'm not a proponent of you reading for yourself. It's kind of bullshit. Don't do it. Um, don't do it. Um, I would say that as you start to learn what these are, read for somebody else. Read for somebody else. It makes it a lot easier because you immediately go, oh my gosh, you might not know the exact, and I can teach you what the exact meaning for each card is, but at least you go, oh, this is about their finances. This is about their emotional life. This is about the actions they're taking in the world. This is about their spiritual development, right? Those are the four main ones. So, right. So this is the third one, and this is the suit of cups. All right. So the suit of cups is really powerful and it's really beautiful. Actually, it's very beautiful. So the suit of cups. Let me talk about what it's about. The suit of cups is about feelings. It's about your feelings. It's about how your. It's about your emotional life. It's about your emotional life. It's about your feelings. And it's also about relationships and connections. But basically, when you pull um, a cup card, you know exactly. You're like, oh my gosh. And it is water. Thank you, Steph. It is water is the element. Very good. So when you and water is feelings, right? Like Cancer. I have a lot of Cancer in my astrological sign. A lot of Cancer in my astrological sign, and so I'm very very emotional. Learning. Thank you, Aaron. Cancer too, or Pisces, right? So water is your emotions in general. It's all of this is in general. Don't take it, it's not like a hard fast rule, but just know that the emotions tend to be a water element, right? So when you pick a card that is a cup, you immediately go, this is about their internal emotional life. This is about how they're feeling. This is about how they're seeing their feelings in relationship to the world. um Cancer signs are intuitive. You're right, Anonymous. Love your name, Anonymous. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. So when you pick a pentacles card like we did last week, you immediately go, oh, it's money, career, or finance. Immediately, you just go, boom, there it is. When you pick a cups card, you have to get in touch with your feelings, your emotions. When you're reading for someone, you have to be able to access all that for yourself. You have to be able to access that for yourself. Hello, Emerald City. And when you can access for yourself, and Anonymous, here's the deal. Of anything in the metaphysically world, the cups are the empath cards because empaths are about feelings or feeling too much, right? Most people come, they're like, I'm an empath, I feel too much. It's just because you haven't learned. That's all. Just haven't learned, right? So tonight we're going to talk about the cups. Now, it, the element of water, as Steph said, is about fluidity. It's about fluidity. So here's the deal. Most of us, and I'm going to stop saying here's the deal. In emotional situations, you can be fluid right from totally okay to being totally angry. You can flow right into it. So an emotion can come boom, 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 boom. Emotions can be all over the place, especially when you haven't been doing your, I'm not saying you have to or not, but when people haven't been doing real introspection and doing real spiritual work, their emotions tend to fly all over the place, right? When you start to do real transformational awakening work, your emotions tend to just slowly flow, right? They're fine. But when you are not starting to wake up and do the work, they can go from mad to sad, to bad to blaming, to shame to sacrifice. It'll go all over the place. Right? That's right. Good. So that's a big thing. Big thing. Right? I'm just looking at my notes here. Okay. All right. So I haven't talked about this much, but I'll just say this. In the regular deck of our deck, it associates to the suit of hearts. Makes sense. Heart, feelings. Heart, feelings. Good. All right. Someone said something. I just want to look at that real quick. When I was young, I tried teaching myself tarot, but it scared me because I didn't understand. Yeah, Janet, for sure, common, very common, and most people don't get it. They don't. In general, the tarot has a reputation of being dark and being evil. Doesn't have to be at all. It can be. There's no doubt about it. It can be. All right. So we're going to do a couple of readings with these emotions cards, with the emotion cards. And like we always do with all of you, thank you for your thumbs up. You can give me a like, you can give me a share. That'd be great. Let me just pause right here before we start doing the readings. If you're not signed up already for my, hi Alma, for my newsletter on attractpositiveresults.com, make sure you are, because I send them out. And if on your subscription, this is kind of important. If you don't want to be overwhelmed, on the subscription here on YouTube, if you hit the little bell, hit all, and you'll get an email and you'll get a notification. Max is going live in 30 minutes. Max is going live now. So just so you know, Mondays we do 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern, and Wednesdays, right? All right. Let's all take a big deep breath. All right. So what I've done is like I've done before, I've pulled out all the cup cards out of my deck. All the cup cards out of my deck. First of all, before we do this, is there any questions or comments about reading tarot or about the tarot before we start to do this? Because I'm going to randomly pick people to do mini readings on. Any questions or comments about the tarot? Okay. Any? Any? No? Okay. All right. I'm assuming that the sound is okay because no one said anything. All right. All right. Can you ask about pentacles? You can ask about pentacles. We did them last week, but you can ask about them. Go ahead. The sound is great. Thank you so much, Marcy. What about the pentacles, Aaron? And then we'll do our readings. Yes, it was good. Awesome. What does a pentacle in a relationship position in a reading? Hi, Mila. Good to see you. Well, that is such a general question, Aaron. That's very hard to say. It's very hard to say. I can't tell you. I have to see what's going on with all the other cards. You have to listen, everybody. When you're reading, it's okay, Aaron. Thank you for the question. When you're reading cards, when you're doing readings and you're using the tarot, this is what I teach privately. It's a story. You have to understand about story. and you have to be able to tell the story because you are the interpreter of the story that's coming through. So a pentacle coming up in a relationship thing, I don't always read that way, just so you know. The potential, hi Sarah. I mean, the pentacle in a relationship thing could mean a million things. First of all, it has to know what the card is, but you have to understand where it sits in the story. And you don't always know the story when you're pulling the cards, but the story, if you're good, it starts to fall into place. And then you get the story, right? It's like a writer. It's like a writer, a playwright or a novelist writing the elements and then it starts to come together. That's when you're really good at it, right? Pentacles, earth, grounding, money, jobs. Yes. Yes. Right? Career, money. Very good. All right. So you have to be a good storyteller, right? All right. So let's take a big deep breath. You're welcome, Aaron. All right, everybody. Here we go. I'm going to write down one item in a category, and the first person that says it is going to get the mini reading from these cup cards. So here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right. It's not a good way. Okay, here we go. Hello. Scooby-Doo. All right. Hi, Carol. I'm going to give you the category, and then the first person that writes this word down will get the mini reading. Here we go. The category is brands of cars. Go. Brands of cars. Brands of cars. Go. First person that gets this. Oh, Aaron got it right away. Porsche. 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 Oh, shoot. There you go. Aaron got it right away. Got it. Boom. Porsche. Boom. All right, Aaron. Give Aaron a round of applause. Boom, 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 boom. Congratulations. Congratulations. Woo, 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 woo. All righty. Okay. It's not very hard if you know me. But I don't always say Porsche. When it comes to cars, I don't always say Porsche. All right. So Aaron, take a big deep breath with me, Aaron. Okay, let's see what cup card comes up for Aaron. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. You get the 10 of cups. The 10 of cups. Here we go. But you see it's inverted. It's so hard to see. I know it's so bright. But you cup. Sometimes the cups can be very, what do I want to say? Confronting, Aaron. This card, when it comes up like this, turned upside down, and of course, I'm not just using the card, I'm using my intuition, I'm using my guidance, I'm using everything, right? When the 10 of Cups is turned upside down, it is because there is a loss of harmony. There is an imbalance in the flow. And that imbalance in the flow usually comes from anger, jealousy, or guilt, right? So I'm going to say this to you, Aaron. Emotionally, there's usually a relationship, I have to say it's a relationship, is that there's a relationship that you got really burned on. There's a relationship that hurt your heart, that broke your heart. And this relationship that broke your heart is still in your vibration. You haven't transcended that, but it's time for you to completely transcend that relationship that completely broke you. Listen, everyone here knows, raise your hand if you've had your heart broken. So Aaron, I want you to know that there's residue. This is the word I get. There's residue of the transcending of this, we've all been there, that you're being asked to look out right now. Thank you all for all the support, my friends. So, so here's the deal, Aaron. You're being asked to really transcend this, and it hurts me. I'm feeling very emotional around this. This is an emotional card. Is that ultimately right now? It's a it's a good time to finally let the remnants of that heartbreak go. Okay, we've heard from everyone but Aaron. Aaron, does that make sense to you at all? Because right now, this is why this is coming up, because I feel like everything is set up so you can finally go, I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm completely so good. It makes sense. You know the relationship I'm talking about, Aaron? Because there's still what this is what I feel like. I feel like there's remnants, there's dust. I would have loved to move past that. I would love to that's exactly right, Aaron. It's remnants. It's like this, Aaron. It's like, when you're what's the thing? When you're sweeping your floor and you have the dustpan and there's those last few ones that no matter what angle you can't get in the dustpan. Does that make sense, Aaron? Do you understand what I'm saying? Everyone knows that. When you find that you got those last few and no matter what angle it's really hard to get in the dustpan. You know what I'm talking about, Aaron? Damn line of dust. That's exactly right. This is where that relationship is for you, Aaron. So here's the deal. Stop sweeping. You need to do something different. Use a sponge. Pick out the vacuum cleaner. Get a sponge. There's something about it's time for you to transcend this, Aaron. But listen, this is all part of your spiritual development. The more that we heal our relationship with ourselves, the more all of those things start to fall in line. Right, Aaron? Right, everybody? Right? Good. All right. Perfect time to let it go. All right, everyone take a big deep breath. Mr. Clean. Give Aaron a round of applause. Good job, Aaron. All right. Very good. Okay. Very good. Take the broom and scatter them like it was never there. You can do that too. Whoosh. All right. We're going to do one more and then we're going to wrap up. So let me write this down. Okay. That's who I just got. Okay. So I just got. Okay. All right. Next one, the next category, I just wrote it down here. The next category we're going to do, last one we're going to do with the cups is I wrote down one person. I'm going to give you the category. You're going to write down. Okay? Here we go. Classic literature authors. Go. Classic literature authors. Go. Oh my God, Martha Stewart. Oh my God. That's so awesome. She's not a classic literature author, but I want to hear all about that. I almost worked for her. Years ago. Oh, these are good ones, though, everybody. You're right. You're right on. You're very close. You're really close. You're in that world. Very good. You're educated. You get it. Classic literature authors. I will give you a clue if we don't get one pretty soon. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, Kendra! Kendra got it. It was Jane Austen. Jane Austen, right there. Hi, Kendra. Give Kendra a round of applause. Here's the deal, Kendra, we just had a reading on Saturday. Donnie and Marie. I love you, Carol. I love you. Congratulations, Kendra. We just did a reading on Saturday. Very good. Good to see you, my friend. All right. So, all right. So, oh, shoot. This is me and Kendra. Okay. Just because this flew out doesn't mean it's hers. All right. So, here we go. Kendra, look at my eyes. Just me and her. Take a big deep breath. All right. Let's pick. And it's going to be crazy because I just read for her. Long reading. Let's see what comes up, Kendra. Okay, here we go. All right. I don't know if we got this the other day. I'm not sure, but something tells me we might have. I think we did. Did we get the 10 of cups? The 10 of cups? We did, didn't we, Kendra? Kendra, did we get the 10 of cups? I feel like we did. You're on your way to your perfect balance of your happiness and your flow and everything all falling into place. Kendra, are you there? Did I lose you? Did we get this last on Saturday? Because if we did, it just shows you. Kendra, are you there? Hello, hanging with Ashley. I'm waiting for Kendra. Are we stuck? Are we frozen? Are we frozen? Are we stuck? This is going a little bit weird. There's Kendra. Yes, we did. Okay, great. Kendra, we did get this last time. It's just saying the same thing. It's saying the same thing. Listen, I'll just tell you, everybody. Good. We're not frozen. Thank you. I read for Kendra the other day. We had a long reading. And one of the things that came up for her was that she's on her path to finding her stasis of her spiritual, financial, everything flowing together. The 10, I mean, and sorry, it's the 9. I kept saying 10. It's the 9 of cups, 9 of cups, about having your physical, your spiritual, and your mental happiness all flowing together, right? Right. I know I know, get it. So, but that's what the 9 of cups. I'm sorry, I kept saying 10. 9 of cups, 9 of cups. That's the one. That's the one. So, you know what, Kendra? Crazy that of all the cards, we picked the card that we already read for you 2 days ago. So, that's just there to tell you you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. Kendra, did you get the anyway, I'll make sure. Did you get the replay of our reading? Definitely confirmation. That's the word I wanted to say. Confirmation. So, Kendra, it's perfect. All right. Good. Everyone take a big deep breath. All right. Good. Thank you so much, everybody. All right. If you would like to book a full reading with me, you can go into the link into the bio here, and you can go onto the readings page and book a reading. We have a great time. I go really in depth. We spend a lot of time together, 60 and 90 minutes, usually about 65, 70 minutes together. We pull cards, we talk, I coach. So if you would like to do that, then put an exclamation point on it. That's a really good way to put it, Rebecca. I love it. If you would like to do that, then you can do that. And also, if you'd like to become a patron of mine, support the work that I'm doing, I would really appreciate that too. New program is coming up. Kendra, right when I leave, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to resend it to you. So don't worry. I'm going to resend it to you. What was I going to say? Yeah, so a new program's coming up, that's going to be starting in November. That's coming up, and if you need anything, really, please just let me know. Let me know. All right, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you on YouTube. I mean, YouTube. I'll see you on Periscope tomorrow morning. All right, everyone, remember, tonight could be the best night of your life. That's the truth. All right, I love you so much. Have a great, wonderful night. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.